Okay, so we're going to carry on with our course, and I'll give you a look at some of the other samples that we're going to be using. So we've got our drums, got a basic shaker loop, kick, couple of hats, snare, and then we've got some bass samples which we'll make into a bass patch. And then I've got all these disco guitar loops, and all the loops are in the minor 7th chord. And they're all recorded really slow at about 85 BPM, and this just enables you to sort of speed things up. It's always easier to speed a sample up than it is slow it down. If you speed it up, you sort of lose less quality. So we'll start building up our basic track, and we'll start with our drums. We'll create a MIDI track. Fire in our drum rack. Grab all our drums. And we'll slow it back down to 112. I want to put velocity on the drums because I want the initial beat to be louder than the second beat. So and with our snare, we want it really tight. And then we'll fire our hi-hats in. These will probably be a bit loud. We'll turn them down a bit. And then we'll add our shaker loop. And then what I want to do is just add a bit of EQ as well. The kick is just a tiny bit flat. So I'm just going to add a bit of EQ to bring out the bass. Maybe a bit of the top end as well. I'll put a bit of a notch in as well. We'll add a bit of EQ to the snare as well, just a very high top end. Sounding pretty cool. And then we'll add a bit of compression as well, just to sort of pump it up a bit. And then lastly, we'll add just a bit of an overall reverb. Generally speaking, we want it to sort of dry sound, but we want a sort of subtle reverb just in the background, just to cover stuff up. So we'll put it on high settings. Turn the dry wet up. I want to play with the shape and scale just to get rid of that sort of fluttery, echoey vibe. That sounds all right there. We'll just ease back on that then. And the other thing that I'm going to do is just while we're here is on the master route, I'm going to add our sort of basic mastering now. You know, we're really just mastering this for a sample, so we just want to really bring up the levels. So I'm going to use the Mix Gel compressor preset. And then I'll add a bit of tube. Again, just to give it that sort of older vibe, give it a wee bit of distress, sort of dynamic tube. Actually, I'll pick one of the presets. Hot driven tape. And we'll ease back on that a bit. And then we'll stick a limiter on as well. That sounded pretty good. We got a nice punchy drum. In the next video, we're going to take a look at adding some guitars.